Hey family, my name's John, and I've got an idea that I wanted to share with y'all. I know the times are really hard for a lot of people right now, but I don't want to focus on that. I don't feel like it would do as much good. No, I've been putting a lot of thought into ways that we can solve our collective problems, and my social media has been ablaze with people venting about how this pandemic has affected them. And the sad part is that the main thing that most people have in common when it comes to this crisis is finance and the inability to go a couple of weeks without a paycheck. I've been able to use this time to reconnect with a lot of people and friends from my past, and I even extended a handout on social media saying that if there's anybody that needs help, that to the degree that I'm capable, I would be willing. And if I didn't have the resources, we can combine forces, and together we can do more than we can alone. And a friend and former coworker reached out saying that they couldn't afford their mental health medication. I'm really grateful that I was in a position to be able to help at that particular moment, but I'm really curious just how many people are experiencing similar difficulties right now. Who out there is choosing to feed their kids instead of themselves? Who is rationing their insulin? Who's having to make decisions about which utilities to keep on? I feel overwhelmingly that this crisis has really demonstrated the flaws in the system, and I feel like it's time that we find a way to act together. This crisis has also shown that we have a lot more in common than we don't, and most of us really do seem to want what's best for the other. If all of this really does boil down to finance, then why not develop a way together that takes care of everybody? If the people in charge of our systems will never not show bad faith, and they're going to keep roadblocking us from keeping them accountable, why not take it upon ourselves to implement positive change? Up until a year ago, I was getting my PhD at Texas Tech in counselor education and clinical mental health. I have a master's in the same thing, and I am a licensed professional counselor intern in the state of Texas. In that field, trust is the most important thing because a therapeutic relationship cannot exist without it. Now, try and apply that to our current situation. Distrust of the media, distrust of politics, distrust of each other seems to be at an all-time high. And it's mainly due to everybody having to fend for themselves. I recognize that. What if there was somebody that we knew that we could trust, that could act as a conduit for finances to pass through so that they get to the people that need them? I'm sure that there are a lot of people out there that would love to help to the best of their ability, either physically or financially, but they lack the means of finding the best places to apply their efforts. Now, I'm sure that concept also applies to global warming and all kinds of other stuff. The bottom line is we can be a lot more organized and efficient in how we help. So the idea that I have is to basically crowdfund our way to security. We can set up a trust or a GoFundMe and allocate these resources based on what we determine are guidelines of what constitutes need. I'd like to be a person that others feel that they can reach out to if they need help. And everything that's done can be done in a way that is transparent and directly documents the delivery of this aid and demonstrates how much it can improve people's lives. We have the technology to see just how much we can improve others' lives, and I feel like we should find absolute joy in the opportunity to do so. We see all of these videos that make us feel good online about people doing what they can to help people out of bad situations, help give them a leg up. But why can't we all do that? Why not make that everybody's job? If it were mine, I would never work a day in my life. I have some other ideas in previous videos that y'all can look at, but honestly, I'm just so tired of watching people suffer. It's needless. Everybody works too hard to do for themselves, when if we did for each other, all of our roads would be shortened. Authenticity has become so foreign that a lot of us don't recognize it anymore. It's disheartening, saddening, and worrying that so many of us have had our guard up for so long that it's become our normal. People that stay glued to the news live in a suspended state of fear. Politicians are profiting while withholding truths. And the only way that I see that we're going to be able to stop being exploited by these machines is to not feed them and just walk away. And as it is with everything, the only way that what doesn't serve us has an impact on us is if we feed it or allow it to have power over us. What I feel like everybody needs to understand is the people in these positions of systemic power are likely willing to go to any lengths to keep what they have. They can't be reasoned with, they don't listen to their conscience, and they do not seek to compromise or reconcile. The only way that I see us finding freedom from this is detaching and doing something different collectively. Also, please get this video seen by Senator Sanders. Bernie, if they never planned on making this a fair fight, and they're doing what they can to prevent recourse, please consider what I am trying to offer as a viable fallback plan, not just for your base, but for everybody. I really want to stress that there's enough resources in the world to meet everybody's needs. And our differing political ideologies are like a teeter-totter that are preventing us from being able to take care of ourselves and each other. What I propose looking toward the future are free-to-live-in, sustainable eco-villages and community gardens that are constructed in a way to serve a certain radius to where everybody within walking distance could have access to a garden that they could cultivate and harvest produce from themselves. And remember, y'all, these are only ideas. If you want what I'm proposing, start talking about it. If the share button doesn't work, send this video to everyone you feel like might want these ideas. Make videos telling me and everybody about your problems, and let's together figure out how we can solve them. Y'all, all I care about is easing the suffering of others, and we can't turn a blind eye to each other's suffering. Not now, not ever. I'm asking everybody to join me in helping stop the pain. But stopping the pain is not as important as how we go about it, because we don't want to create more. We can take the best minds in the world, say to hell with red tape, and fix everything for everybody. All that has ever been created, all progress that has ever happened, has started with decision and been followed by action. And I'm begging y'all to please hear the music in my voice and let it reach you. And speak out about what you want. No, it's time that we started taking initiative on doing what's best for ourselves and each other, because nobody else is going to do it for us. Please let me know your thoughts and ideas on how we can create the biggest possible positive impact for everyone. And let's just pursue best practices in every aspect. Everything. No, I know it's hard, y'all. I do. If nobody's told you recently, I love you. If nobody has told you recently that they care, I do. If nobody has encouraged you to have hope, I will. We have to be each other's fire in this. We all deserve the best that each other has to offer. And our lives should be lived as testaments to how much joy we can give each other. You know, the situation is not our fault. We were born into this and lied to, and as bad as that is, we are responsible for digging ourselves out of it and deciding what we want and how we're going to go about it. We're all family, y'all, and we're in this together. And I really pray that this video finds you, and if it did, I'm so glad it did. Please reach out, be honest, share your pain, because there are people that want to help. It can start with us, but only if we decide, only if we commit, only if we don't stray. Y'all, if you agree with what I've said, then please like, share, subscribe, love, and use your voice. With all the love in my heart and hope for the future, I sincerely hope that this can be the start. There are a lot of bad people that are about to make a lot of decisions on our behalf that we didn't sign up for. And they represent the vast, vast minority. So, it's up to us. It's up to me. It's up to you. I'm committed. I hope you are too. And like I said, like, share, subscribe, love, be honest, open. Connect with people. Tell your family you love them. Call people from your past. Reconnect. The world can be whatever we want, as hopeless as it may seem. The only way that I see that we're going to survive the system is to starve it out. We are its lifeblood. We'll chat soon. And again, I love you. And until next time.